I've got a bit of time free today, so whilst I'm on a roll with these videos, here is another quick visual explanation for how parachutes would work if Earth was accelerating upwards. There is some confusion about weightlessness and how a parachute could open if the person in free fall was weightless. I want to clarify how this could work if Earth was accelerating upwards. Firstly, what is your weight? Well, when weighing yourself, you could describe it as how hard you are being pressed down into the scales. If upwards acceleration is correct, then your weight is caused by the Earth accelerating upwards and pressing up into your feet. According to Isaac Newton, force equals mass multiplied by acceleration. So in the case of upwards acceleration, your weight is your mass multiplied by the rate the Earth is accelerating upwards. You can picture this like accelerating in a fast car. The quicker you accelerate, the more you get pushed into the back of the seat. If you put a set of scales between you and the backrest of the seat, the greater your mass, or the higher the rate of acceleration, the higher the scales will read. This is why in the elevator weight test, your weight either increases or decreases when you accelerate or decelerate. Please excuse the snow dome visual. This is just for illustration purposes. Nobody knows the shape, size, or how the system could be contained, or what is outside the reference frame. We're just examining what is happening inside the reference frame and discussing how those effects could be caused. So as you see here, the entire Earth system would be accelerating upwards. The atmosphere inside the system would be compressed against the ground, creating the pressure gradient. And then the atmosphere being pushed by the Earth will also be accelerating upwards in sync with the ground. The aeroplane uses the shape of its wings to create lift so that it can be supported by the air. Now the plane is also accelerating upwards with a reference frame. When the man jumps out of the plane, the air below him will displace and cannot support him, so he is no longer accelerating upwards with a reference frame. Instead, he carries on traveling upwards at a constant speed as per Newton's laws, and he is now weightless because he is no longer accelerating. Note that technically the longer the man is in free fall, he will be accelerated slightly by the resistance of the air and gain a small amount of weight. But for this very simplified explanation, we can say he is weightless. Now, for every second the man is in free fall, the reference frame and the air rushing past him gains 9.8 meters per second in velocity. So when the man does open his parachute, you can see the man doesn't require weight in order for the parachute to fill. The air is traveling upwards much faster than he is. So the air instantly fills the parachute in the same way a fan would do. This accelerates the man upwards until his velocity is similar to that of the accelerating atmosphere, and he appears to glide down to the ground. As the man accelerates back up to the velocity of the atmosphere and the reference frame, the acceleration is quite violent. If you were to put a hanging scale in between the man and the parachute, then his weight would dramatically increase from his normal weight during that time. So this simplified explanation shows how parachutes would work if Earth was accelerating upwards.